When things are darkest, God shines His light the brightest. I'm reminded that, often, God allows us to wrestle for long periods of time as we reach out for Him. Your first small step must be followed by another, and another, until you realize that God has indeed made a way for you to know Him personally. The more you act on your faith in God, the more you will see His way for you. One of the most powerful, though difficult, lessons we all need to learn on our spiritual pilgrimage is that even when bad things happen and we do not understand why, we can trust God to be present and working on our behalf. You will never benefit from your faith in God until you step on the bridge and start walking across. Just as you would exercise faith in a doctor by following his advice to get well physically, by following God's instructions, you can get well emotionally and spiritually. Trying to get through life on your own limited strength, knowledge, and resources leads to futility and a loss of hope. But in God's economy, getting to the end of yourself is the beginning of hope. The person who cares about the problem owns the problem. When we put our faith and trust in God, we've done the one thing that a human can do to accomplish superhuman things. We have reached past human strength and knowledge. We've touched infinite strength and infinite knowledge. The main obstacle to finding God's way through the creases and gaps of life is failing to believe a way exists. Trust is both an attitude and an action. The ultimate answer, then, to the problem of pain is a person. It's God Himself. When your back is up against the wall and you pray and seek His help, God will make a way through the trial. When God makes a way for you through your trials, it is an active, not passive, process. At one of the most painful times of His life, Jesus prayed 3 times without any noticeable response from God. It is as if God is helping us to truly own our pleas, wishes, and desires, to want them deeply, from the heart, rather than casually or offhandedly. Fortunately, in God's economy, getting to the end of ourselves is the beginning of hope. Jesus said, "Blessed are the poor in spirit," meaning that when we realize we have no more resources, we're ready to ask God for help. One of the biggest oxymorons is the term self-made man or woman. No man or woman ever made him or herself. The psalmist understood this when wrote, "It is God who has made us, and not we ourselves." I also love what he goes on to say at the end of the verse. We are His people, and the sheep of His pasture. God bless you, amen. Like and share the video. Subscribe the channel.